You've been lifting for months now, maybe even years, but you still look in the mirror wondering if it's even working. Maybe you change your program or you try a new influencer's workout that you see online, but still it feels like there's no real changes going on. And deep down, it leaves you wondering if maybe you just can't build that much muscle naturally. But here's the reality. You can. There's just 4 harsh truths that you need to come to terms with first. The first harsh truth is training intensity, because the truth is most natural lifters just do not train that hard. If you don't feel uncomfortable during your set, or if you're stopping as soon as the weight starts to feel heavy or your muscles start to burn, then you're probably just wasting your time in the gym. I see too many people going in the gym and training to that mild discomfort. You need to learn to push yourself to failure, or as close to failure as you physically can. If failure is too much for you, you can leave 1 to 2 reps in reserve. But every set should feel a little bit hard and uncomfortable. And you should shoot for around 8 to 16 hard sets per muscle group per week. Ones where you're intentional about your training. You're not just going through the motions. You're putting in real effort for your muscles to actually grow. The second truth that you need to face is that progress is more important than being optimal. You don't need the perfect training split. There is no magic exercise, and you don't need to do every new trendy thing you see online. The truth is, every time you switch up your program, you're sort of resetting your progress, because the key to maxing out your natural gains is gonna be progressive overload, which means doing the same exercises with the same good form, but slowly adding weight or reps over time and staying in the heavy range of like 6 to 8 reps. Maybe it's boring to not go spam these machines and do 30 reps and get a sick pump on every single set, but the truth is that boring works. The third truth is you need to stop training like you're a lifter on gear. Now you're probably like, wait a minute, he just said we're not training hard enough. Now he's telling us not to train as hard as these enhanced lifters. But that's not my point. My point is you're natural and you can't recover like you are somebody who is taking gear. You can't keep copying their 2-hour, super high volume, low intensity exercises and workouts. They can get away with excess amounts of volume because yes, they are breaking down their muscles more, but because they are taking enhancements, they will be able to recover faster, so they can afford to do a bunch of junk volume. But the reason you can't is because if you fatigue your muscles too much as a natural, you're not going to be able to have the frequency in training that you should. You should be training your muscles every 48 to 72 hours. But if you're spamming all these reps and exercises, then how do you expect to hit your muscles again in 2 days when they're still sore? You need fewer sets with more effort and to be prioritizing your own recovery. You need to go in the gym, you need to lift hard, and then you need to get out of the gym, you need to rest and recover, let yourself grow, and then get back in the gym to train the same muscles in the next few days. This fourth truth is the biggest mistake that natural lifters make, and it is simply quitting too early. You give up before the results have time to show up, because muscle building is slow, especially if you're natural, which is exactly why you need to be patient. You need to track your lifts. You need to train hard for 6 to 12 months straight. Then you can look in the mirror and you'll start to see the payoff. Most people do not fail because of bad genetics. They fail because they do not give it enough time and enough effort. They quit after 3 months instead of waiting and seeing how much progress they've actually made after 6 to 12 months. If you can continue to train when it feels boring, when it gets hard, and where the progress almost feels invisible or slow, if you can stick it out through that period, that is how you win. If you can understand these 4 truths, then you are going to be able to achieve more naturally than you ever thought was possible. You're going to be able to look in the mirror and be proud of your physique and your progress because you've earned it and you've done it the right way. If you are struggling, if you are stuck, if you need help on anything at all, DM me on Instagram. The link is in the description. And if you like this video, hit that like button, drop a comment, and subscribe if you're not, because we're building the best version of you right here, right now.